TEI stands for the Text Encoding Initiative, which is a standardized set of guidelines for manuscript digitization. And one of the primary goals of this standardization is that all manuscripts are accessible in the same way and available to researchers in a standardized format.
When we first started the project about 10 years ago, none of us, of course, knew how to text encode for the computers, so that the data that we put on the website could be searchable. So the people in the Digital Scholarship Lab taught the students in my Digital Humanities class the first time. But the fourth time, and every time since, one of the students has taught the other students. This was the model for the whole project. Basically, that people would train us, and then we would train the next generation of students.
Because we are working on the transcription that's been completed much earlier, sometimes a few months, sometimes even older. So naturally, we have to face some kind of problem if our own transcription or TEI guidelines has changed over the time. We have to kind of, we as editors at the TEI team will have to look into it very closely, and then, make sure everything is up and consistent with our current guideline.
So after the Word documents go through several rounds of editing through the transcription process, I transform the Word documents into XML documents using a Python software. Then what I do is I distribute out these XML documents to be coded to our students who have some extensive coding experience. And what they do is they insert codes for people, places, things, books, etc., anything that we've deemed relevant to have a hyperlink attached. So after this goes through several rounds of editing, the last person seeing them is myself. We then go ahead and we put them through a linking process.
I had absolutely no coding skills. I had really never even seen the kind of colorful coding software. It was all very foreign, so I was excited to learn a new skill and excited to apply it to something that I was familiar with, which is archival research.
I think with respect to what the TEI really means, especially when we are able across different institutions, when we are putting all these documents into the standardized form, it will be easy for any scholars, obviously, to access them digitally. But I think more importantly, it will be easy for anyone who is interested in compiling them into a huge database, or to say extract certain kind of trends of information from all these humongous volume of different manuscript that across different schools have done, and it will be much easier, or so to say, we will be laying the foundation for someone who will be doing some kind of larger data analysis on writing of the periods that we are dealing with.
It's really cool how the digital archive allows all the voices of the manuscript collection to be heard rather than just focusing on one. And so through the digitization process, we're making people like me, like Fanny, we're about the same age, accessible to researchers. And I think that's one of the greatest benefits of having a completely digitized archive, is making sure all the manuscript collection's voices are accessible.